Cause oh, where of a tale to tell young lads, oh, where of a tale or two, of the flapping fish and the girls I loved on nights like this with
Hi, I'm Darrell with Unpub.net, and this is Lesley, my wife. And off camera here is the usually on camera John Moller. Hi, John.
Good morning. Hey, everybody.
And welcome to the Unpub live play of New Bedford. New Bedford is the game about historic whaling and town building, and it's actually based in the actual city of New Bedford in Massachusetts. And fun little fact, just to throw that out there, New Bedford is where Melville.
Herman Melville?
Yes.
Not Nathaniel Hawthorne.
It's where Moby Dick has started off. He launches from New Bedford on the hunt for the legendary white whale. So
Moby Dick's not the one that launches. It's Captain Ahab, and the white whale is Moby Dick.
I don't read. There's too many words.
Just rule books.
Just rule books. That's all I read. But anywho, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Like I said, New Bedford's by Nat Levan, or Nathaniel Levan, if you want to sound super fancy. And we're going to jump right into showing you how to play. It's a really quick game to pick up, and then we're going to jump right into a 3-player game so everyone can see how to play New Bedford. So let's start off down here with the town hall buildings. And here you'll see the main board. This is the town hall. And I want to stress that this is all prototype artwork. This is nowhere near what the final artwork looks like. This is a print and play that I put together, so I used my own bits and the whole thing. So this is nothing on this is reflecting what the final game will look like.
That was updated on Kickstarter this morning, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. Beautiful board.
But so here's the town hall, and at the start of every turn, a player will take one of their workers and place it on one of the 7 main town hall centers. These two, the dockyard and dock, count as the main town center. So, say if I were to place on the farm says take 2 food. All right, so I would take 2 food. But if you notice down here, and as with all the buildings, there is another meeple with a 1 on it. That means if you're the first meeple to place in that spot, you get to do that action as well. So this would allow me to take 1 additional food. So now I'm taking 3 food for that action. Then play would pass to John in this instance, and he would place a resource.
And let's say in this case, if I take 2 food, I would only get the 2 food.
Correct.
Because I'm the second one there.
And Lesley could also place here to get 3 wood. These are not limited by the number of people. So she could then also take 2 food and leave everything out. And when it came back to me for my second person, I could place here again if I'm really desperate for food, or anywhere else. And once again, take the first played action. And I'll go into detail about each one of these as play progresses here. So that's the town center, and the really cool ability about being first there. Over here we have the shipping lane, more or less. So you'll be able to dock a ship. By paying here, you'll pay wood, and one of your ships will get docked. Then you can place a worker, so that would be here. Then you can place a worker here to launch your ship out into the open sea. And based on the amount of food is how far your ship will go. You do have to feed your crew. And you'll notice, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 food is the furthest you could go out. And then there's first, second, and third. So if John went out and dumped 6 food to go that far, and then Lesley docked, and she would then bump John to second, or I'm sorry, no, she would take second place out here. So when we're fishing for whales, John would get first pick, Lesley would get second pick, then it would be whoever was in 5th, 4th, etc., all the way up until no whales. And when whaling, we will pull from our handy dandy Unpub bag, and it will be the number of ships plus 1. So for this instance, we got 1, 2 for 2 ships, and plus 1. So in this instance, we drew 3 right whales.
That's an easy choice.
That is a very easy choice. Now, being I just brought up whales, there's 3 different types of whales in the game. There is the right whale, the bow-headed whale, and watch me not be able to find it now. And there's a sperm whale as well, and they're very rare in the bag. So, yeah, there's a sperm whale, and I'll call it out when it comes out because it's very. Oh, there we go. And should have had that ready. And there's a sperm whale. And Darrell, what's the big deal about whales? Well, whales are worth varying victory points. So right whales are worth 1 victory point, bowheads are worth 2, and blue whales are worth 4, or sperm whales, excuse me, are worth 4 victory points. And so these will come into play at the end of the game for all the ones that you have docked on your player tableau. And the one catch, though, is when your ship comes up and hits to return, there's a monetary amount on each whale. That's the lay you have to pay. So if John had all of these on his ship, he would have to pay $14 to be able to process all these whales.
That's a lot of money.
If he paid it, then he gets the 7 points, and he just keeps them on his player board, and that's that. If he doesn't, he sells them to the town more or less at half cost, and then it would go to Lesley and I to try to bid to buy whatever he didn't want to process. If neither of us have the money for it, it just gets tossed out. Poor whale.
Now, in the bag, since we've gone over that a second ago, did you mention water?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I was just about to.
I'm sorry.
So those are the 3 whales. Now, the troublesome thing that's also in the bag, and there is quite a bit of, is, and now that I said that, I'm not going to find it. Well, and now I'm finding sperm whales like crazy. Is water. And water is an important part because, number one, you could end up pulling where it's 3 ships and there's water, and a right, and whoever got first pick would obviously pick the whale, and the other person's left with empty water, which is nothing.
Water.
You can't even take it. But this is also a really cool part of the game because as the more and more whaling happens throughout the game, water becomes more and more common, which is a really nice representation of the dwindling whale population in the game of New Bedford. So that's a really cool thing. So that is whaling in a nutshell. Here's your whale. Here's your ship back. Here's your ship back. No one's starting with ships. That's crazy. Here on the side, you'll see a round marker. It's on level 1. It's at first round right now. There's 12 rounds in the game of New Bedford, and so this will move down as the start player marker is passed around. And so that is this board, and now the town center, which you've already seen. And now we'll jump over here to the buildings. Now, part of this town center is a center place in the town center called Town Hall, and that's where you can build a building. These are the buildings that you can purchase, and you'll see on the bottom, this is the resources that you would need to pay to acquire these buildings. And say if you were to build a building, say if I bought the bank, all right, so I'd pay 4 brick back to the main resource hub, and then I'd place it on the town center on my side, and that's why it has the weird shape. So if Lesley built, she would build on this over here, and John would build here, so they're kind of facing the person that's going to be reading them. So but there's examples for those. But while I have this building, it's my building freely. Instead of any one of these, I can go here and say, hey, look, it says take $5. So I would take 5 gold, and or $5. Sorry, not gold. I could take $5 and be all the richer. Catch thing though is, and another cool thing is, if John wanted that $5 pretty desperately, he could then place his worker on the bank, and by doing so, he gets the $5, but he has to pay me 1 for renting the bank for that turn. So he pays me 1 out of his coffers, then he takes the 5. You must be able to pay the 1 to be able to do the action on the building. All buildings have just a meeple 1, and unlike the main town hall or town center buildings, I can't do this if John's there. The buildings can only occupy 1 player at a time, and that's it.
But not all buildings, because the gray ones can't take anybody. Those are just
Correct.
Those are just scores.
Yep. So all the white buildings are worth 1 point at the end of the game, and all the gray buildings, they're also worth 1 point at the end of the game, but they're also additional victory and game bonus points for the most part. So like the church here is worth 5 bonus points at end game. The mansion is worth 4 bonus points at the end game. And so that's the point of the gray buildings. They're more end game conditions.
And remind me, do I get points at endgame for any coffers left over?
Yes, you get, I believe it's 1 point for every 5.
Okay.
Yes.
Just because we talked a little bit about the fact that this is prototype and this is prototype art, you just mentioned the church.
Yeah.
Now, my understanding is that in the final game, that's going to be called the
Siemens Bethel. Yes.
And that's an actual place, and the tile that is being built now looks like the actual
Siemens Bethel. Yes.
Okay.
All the tiles will be named the actual historic locations in New Bedford. This is like an early prototype. So everything's still functioning. We're playing the game the same way it's supposed to go. So yes. So without any further ado, and we're going to describe our actions as we go along. Yeah, thanks. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the game here. And first player, this is the first player token, is decided by who was on a boat last. When was the last time you were on a boat?
I have no clue.
All right. When was the last time you were on a boat?
Paddle boats?
I was on a boat in August. Does anybody beat August?
No.
All right.
August is fine with
I'm
me.
on a boat.
I was going to say the last time I think I was on a boat was probably in Disney.
All right.
That was over a
Was
year
it the
ago.
Small World ride?
That was one of them. It was a Jungle Cruise. Now, Jungle Cruise was closed when I was there. I was very unhappy.
All right.
I did swappies, by the way, because you had that out there, and I'm like, it's much more fun to pass the wheel as a start player token.
Yes.
So everyone starts with $3 in their coffers, and then they get an additional additional resources up to $3, and that's denoted by food is $1, wood is $1, brick is $2, and $1 is also $1. So you could break that up however you want, but you get $3 worth of additional goods. So I'm actually going to take 1 brick and 1 wood. John, what are you going to take?
I see your brick and wood, and I take another brick and another wood.
Okay. Lesley.
I'm going to
Very good choices.
I don't remember getting to do that in the past.
That's a new change.
Okay.
I was going to say
it's
that's
quite
not
good.
familiar with me.
I
either.
have not played the game since Unpub 4 in January of this year, so this is kind of a refresher for me.
I play a lot of 2 players, so
Yeah.
this is
Yeah,
going to
we
be
play
one of
this
my
2-player
first
a lot.
3 players.
Okay, so I'm going to jump in with my first action, and I'm going to go for the brick house. And
This makes me
I'll take a brick, and then I can take 1 extra brick, or wood, or I can take any 1 additional resource, which is brick, wood, or wheat, or food. Sorry. So I'm going to take an additional brick.
That's what you get for using Agricola pieces.
I know. So John, your action.
I shall
No!
take 3 food, which was actually what I was kind of considering as my $3 action was taking.
I'm taking 3 wood.
3 wood. Nice.
Mhm.
All right. I am actually going to go to the town hall and build 1 building, paying 1 fewer. I'm going to pay 3 brick. I'm
You
coming
want
over
the
here
bank, don't you?
to the buildings, and I am actually going to take the bank.
The German.
The Germans. So I have built the bank. John, your turn.
John's going to take just 2 wood this time.
I'm going to take 2 food.
I think Lesley and I have a similar...
I think I know what you guys are going for here.
I believe there are boats in our future.
Yes. Arr. So even though there's no ships out, we'll still pull 1 tile from the whale, because everyone's placed their actions. Now we go over here to the whaling phase. So we'll pull 1 tile out.
Does this illustrate a whale just beaching itself?
No, it's just, I guess, kind of spotting. Someone's spotting.
Arr, she blows!
Arr!
Sorry.
There's a whale out there.
There be whales here.
Quick, jump in the dinghy. So whale's there, and there is a purpose for this tile. It'll go back in the bag prior to the next shipping, or the next whaling phase. But there is a purpose to this, and I'll bring that up when the building is built. So that's the end of this. So the round marker advances to round 2, and the first player wheel passes to my left to John. We pull
John
back all of
takes
our
the
workers.
wheel.
And John starts with playing his first worker.
John is... Oh, man, I was stupid. I could have built my ship last turn.
Yeah, you could have. Yep.
As a first player, I get to pay 1 less wood for a ship. So I could have docked a ship for 1 less wood last time, so I would have been able to pay for it without taking the extra 2 wood. So I missed that. That was a bad strategic move on my part. I am now a turn behind on what I really wanted to do.
Yeah, typically you dock a ship for 2 wood, but First Meeple only plays 1. So, Lesley.
I am going to build a building and pay 1 fewer, and I'd like the workshop. It's one of my favorite
2
parts.
food, 2 wood, and 2 brick, but you're actually going to pay 2 food, 2 wood, and 1 brick. And when placed here, you can take $1, take 1 food, take 1 wood, and take 1 brick.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like a nice little Wheel of Fortune of goodness.
It's a nice little buffet.
I'm going back to the warehouse because I like bricks.
And bricks like you.
They do.
And they also love lamp.
Lamp. John, your turn.
All right. I'm going to actually set my ship out. I'm paying 3 food, but I can pay 1 food fewer, so that means my ship goes on 4.
Yes.
I am in the brink.
Okay.
The
Actually,
briny
I'm
blue.
going to take 3 food.
I think Les is going for 6 for next turn.
Yeah, but I'm going to, well.
Huh. You going to jump and jive? I'm actually going to go ahead and take Leslie's workshop. So I'm going to pay her 1 coffer, or $1 for my coffers. I'm going to get $1, 1 food, 1 wood, and 1 brick. So now I'm right good for my next turn. And so we have John's 2 players, Leslie's and mine. So we're done with player actions. So no, keep those up.
Oh, right.
So the bowhead will go back into the bag. We give it a good vigorous shaking, which represents and simulates the tossing of the seas. See, it's tossing of the. Yeah, that's.
That's bad.
Yeah, that was really bad.
I
All right, so we have 1 boat. So we know we pull 1 and then 1 for each boat. So.
Water.
Water.
Yeah, water again.
Oh!
I'm okay with
The
taking a
sperm
sperm whale.
Wow. There she blew.
Oh, yeah, and
So yeah, you'll add that to your ship.
that's on my ship.
Yep.
It's denoted because your board currently has...
There are 2 different types of ships. So if it has a black bottom, that's 1 ship, and then
It's a
here's the other
black
ship.
bottom boat.
That's how I marked them for now.
So a
So
glass bottom boat.
this way you know what ship you have to pay for when it returns. So all right, so the water stays out, which is good because otherwise it's a dry ocean, and we pull our workers back. The round marker advances, and first player token will pass over to Lesley.
Surprise, surprise. 3 food.
Wow,
Bet
You know
guys
Thanksgiving
have
passed,
no idea
right?
why I need to do that.
that's crazy. I'm going to the town hall again, and I'm going to spend 3 brick on the first one, so I pay 1 resource less, so I'm paying 3 brick to build
Brickyard.
the brickyard.
Because you have a brick addiction.
And the brickyard allows me to take 3 brick. And
John's being sneaky off
John's
camera.
being sneaky off camera.
I can pass you
I
whatever
think
you
he
would
was
like.
looking at the dry
Yeah,
dock.
John has not played the game for almost a year and
Mm-hmm.
doesn't remember exactly what the tiles do. And
Yeah. Oh,
I'm sitting at the
I should have advanced before
yeah.
you wailed. Sorry.
sitting at the end of the table where I can't see them.
I probably want the lighthouse. That's the one that you're thinking of.
Why?
That's the
Move
one that
a
allows you
ship
to move.
1 space farther out, or 2 spaces if it is closer than the 3rd space.
Yeah. What does it take to buy the light?
2 wood and
2
2
wood,
brick.
2 brick. Oh, yeah, that's right. You have to pay exact. Never mind.
Yeah, so I can't
Yeah.
buy this turn. That's all right.
No.
You can always
I
come
mean,
over here and use my workshop to get what you need. And then build next turn.
I will take
Or you could do that. It's wiser.
2
It's a
brick.
wise move.
2 brick.
2 brick, not Kubrick.
Leslie.
I
Just Kubrick could be long pauses.
am going to dock a ship.
Darker shit.
Okay, so you pay 1 wood.
Everybody, darker
There's
shit.
normally 2, but you're first, so it's 1 fewer.
There we
Wayne
go.
Newton.
So, and she's docking her boat. All right. And
Are these boats or ships?
they're ships.
Okay.
So
Supposedly there is a difference. I'm not sure exactly what it is.
I don't know either.
Our son's trying to figure that out as well, and he asked us, and we have no idea.
I don't know.
Is that a ship or a boat?
If anyone knows the difference between a ship or a boat, please post it in the chat.
Help us understand.
Educate us. Guide
No
us.
Wikipedia.
Wow, I have no idea what I want to do here. So I'm going to. No, I'm not giving you your. No.
But you get it.
No.
Oh.
I'm going to take 3 brick. Because it's right there. John.
Okay. Oh, you're typing. Did someone come up with an answer?
Not yet.
Someone's Googling or asking Siri, what is a difference between a ship and a boat?
I'm taking 3 wood.
Okay. When you placed all yours,
And to answer the question, the distinction between a ship and a boat varies, but as a general, a boat can fit into a ship.
That makes sense. Because an
Okay.
aircraft carrier is a ship,
yes.
but a canoe, I think, would be
So
considered
these
a
would
boat.
be ships.
These are ships.
Okay.
So dinghies are boats.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay.
Don't step on your
Thank
knee.
you,
Who is
Silent Rogue. Okay, so everyone's placed their workers.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're going to go into whaling. John will move his boat up, which we forgot to do last turn. That's why I moved it earlier there. So he moves it up first. The water returns to the bag. We do the symbolic tossing of the seas.
Tossing of the seas.
And we get water. Darn it. And water. Darn it. So John has a choice between a right whale and a bowhead. The seas are being generous to you.
I am happy with the seas being generous, but I'm also deficient of funds, and my ship is not out as far as I
Only
like
someone had a bank.
I understand, and I am.
Just
I
there's a
understand.
bank.
You will benefit from my short-sightedness.
We'll call it TD Bank. It'll stand for the Darrell Bank.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so that's
I
the
think
end
it's
of whaling.
trademarked already.
It is?
Yeah.
And that'd be weird to use T as an acronym for the, because that's just lazy.
Normally you don't do it, yeah. So
Continuing?
it's really the D Bank, but it's just D Bank.
D-Bank. It's the bank!
It's the bank!
New Bedford, not New York.
All right, so whaling's done, so
Make sure
everyone will
you
take
say
their workers
D-Bank.
back.
Taking
Really
my
hard.
workers back.
Your workers back.
Taking my workers back.
Round marker advances to 4.
Darrell is now
And
the Capitan.
I'm the Capitan. And,
Hey guys, we had a question.
sure.
I know that Oak Leaf Games can answer this, but what time period is New Bedford supposed to take place in?
1800s.
Yeah. It's, when was,
Nat's got this one covered.
yeah, it's,
Yeah, I was like,
Nat is the New Bedford master. He could tell you everything.
He's
He could
been
prob-
there.
He could tell you how it smells. I mean,
Yes, 'cause he's
he
been
is
there.
everything.
He's-
New
but he
Bedford.
can't tell you how it spells.
It's definitely 1800s.
Yes.
It's definitely the time Melville wrote Moby Dick. It's that time period. Actually, look up the movie trailer, Heart of the Sea. I think it comes out in 2015, but it's the factual story of the white whale. Yeah. Okay.
Doesn't it have Thor in it?
It does have Thor in it. That whale has no chance.
Thor makes everything better. He's
Um,
just gonna hug the whale.
He's gonna hug it. Whale, come to me.
Okay, and according to Oak Leaf Games, it's nominally 1854, but it really covers the development over about 20 years, starting in the 1830s.
Okay.
Wow, 1838. But he gave you an exact year of 1854.
Right.
Yes,
So-
that's
But
just in
1830s to
case people are
1854s.
watching this later and don't have the benefit of the chat.
All right, so I took the town hall, so I get to build one building with one less resource. So I'm paying 2 brick and 1 food, and I'm taking the inn, which is typically 2 brick and 2 food. And the inn has a really cool ability. So if I were to play here, I get to play my workers again using just the town center and whaling spaces. So after everyone places, I'll get both of my workers back, and then I can place them again. But like I said, I have to place them on these main 5 or these 2 only. So The inn is now in play. John,
I know.
roll for initiative.
I'm going to take 2 brick.
Yeah, why not? It's free to you.
Mm-hmm.
I only have the money in there because it's easier to do that than to try to pick it up off the table.
It's fine. I enjoy
We're using
reusing.
the change from the 10th
containers.
anniversary of Puerto Rico.
Yes, and I have fancy container bonus points.
If anyone knows
If
what
people
that's from.
know what this container is from, we have them in many colors.
Many colors.
It might smell. It smells like metal. That's
Yep.
what it smells like.
Smells like copper coins. All right, so I'm going to go the farm and take 3 food. John.
General store.
Okay, now the general store, I didn't cover this earlier. General store allows you to sell any number of goods. And the goods value is food's $1, wood's $1, and brick is $2. It's the same as, when you get the $3 worth of resources in the beginning. But with the general store, you get to take $1 additional dollar. And it's not per good, it's just $1 extra buck.
I just lost my wood.
So John is spending 3 wood and 3 brick.
And getting $10.
Getting $10 back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank you for your patronage. And, yes.
I didn't use your bank.
I know. You sure...
Actually, believe it or not, I'm not launching my ship yet.
What?
I need 3 wood. There's a method to my madness.
Her mind's on her money and her
Well, at
mind's
least
on
you
her
admit
mind.
you're mad.
I am mad.
Yeah. Okay, that's odd. Alright, so everyone's placed out. So the right whale comes back into the bag.
He goes to the left.
Slide the ship up.
My ship has been slitted.
And now we'll pull. Bowhead. I need to stop pulling. I'm pulling too well. And a right. So, what does John take? Okay, now it's a Kubrick film. You're taking one. Alright, John took the bowhead.
So now you have $12 you have to pay when you come in?
It's $16.
$16, that's what you're at?
We'll cover
Okay.
that when it comes into play. Or when it comes into to pay his lay. So, okay.
Is it actually called a lay?
It's called pay the lay, yep.
Mhm.
So, round marker moves to round 5.
John takes the wheel.
John takes the wheel.
Everybody brings their people back. I am going to the town hall to
Of course
deny
you are.
Darrell. Which one am I buying?
The lighthouse?
I'd like to see the lighthouse and the dry dock real quick.
Or the wharf.
Let me see the
The
wharf.
wharf is launch a ship for half the food.
I can't do the wharf. Yes,
You
I
can.
Yes, you
because
could.
you have one less.
So you pay 3 to launch it out to the 6th spot.
That is the most tempting one. I'm sorry. I've got to go with that.
Alright, so he's paying for the wharf. And like I said, it's 1 resource less, so he paid
I paid 2 wood and 1 brick
2. Okay.
Excuse
when
me.
it would normally cost 3 wood and 1 brick.
Bless you.
Thank you.
And the wharf here says whenever a player would place here as opposed to over here, and as opposed to the dock, and it will launch the ship from the dockyard, and it's for half the normal food cost. So if he paid 3 as opposed to going here, would go all the way down to 6. So that is the wharf.
I play a very heavy shipping strategy, I guess.
Yep. Yeah, you have to be docked before you can launch. So, all right. So Lesley.
And I'm going to buy the lumber mill, where I can sell wood only. I take $1 extra for each wood sold.
Yeah, lumber mill's awesome.
The lumber mill is awesome. So
I should have let you get that one. That was on me.
Told you there was a method to my madness.
There you
Need
go.
to be able to pay for those whales if I'm bringing them in.
I'm going to jump on the bank. Take 5. John, go ahead.
I'm gonna end up with 2 more brick.
And now I will launch.
So, good. Pay your food. You get to pay 1 less.
So I'm paying 5.
To
I want
launch
to go all
out
the way
to the
down to the
6th
6th spot.
There she is. And I'm going to place on the inn.
Now, just because paying the 1 food less really wouldn't help with the wharf, because if I paid 1 food less, it would only take me out to 4. If I was paying the 3.
Well, you couldn't do this and that. This launches it for you. This is in place of the dock.
Ah, I got you.
Yeah.
I'm there now.
So,
Good. Thank you for the clarification.
you're welcome. Okay, so I placed on the inn, so I'm actually going to get both of my workers back
That's one of my favorites as well.
and
You
get
beat
to
me to
place
it.
them again. So I'm going to do the forest, and I'm first here, so I get the 3. And one cool thing to note, if my guy was here and I used the inn and pull him back, if I placed here again, he's still the first worker there because the space was empty. So that's a fun little thing. And because I got the wood, I'm going to go for the farm and get 3 foods. So that's the end of my second actions. So now everything moves up. John still has 1 more turn. Next turn he'll return, so he gets 1 sort of free space to
Can I
live.
draw this time?
Oh, by all means, please draw. So Les is going to pull 3. 1, 2, and 3. 2 rights and 1 bowhead. And Leslie's further out, so she gets first pick. She takes the bow. John, this is going to be really tough.
What will you do, John?
What would you do for a ride?
Do I have to take one? I have to take one.
Yes.
Even though I know I'm
Oh,
probably
that's
not going to
actually
be
a
able to
great
pay.
question. I've never had anyone ever object to taking a whale. I believe you have to take a whale.
Well, I just don't want to give somebody else the opportunity to buy it later.
Right.
Because I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to afford it.
Correct.
So I'll take it for now, but
Because next turn you're going to have to get more money.
Yes.
You can always pay Darrell $1 to get $4.
Yeah.
no, that's okay.
Hey, the bank is open.
I understand that.
And you can always general store it.
I understand.
Okay, we've got a clarification from Oakleaf Games. John does not have to take a whale if he
John?
does not want to
Okay.
take a whale.
Wow.
John is not
I will
taking the
say,
whale.
in the many times I've played this game,
John's broken.
that is the
No,
very
just
first
kidding.
time I've seen someone go, I don't want a whale.
No whale.
I can't. I'm not going
No,
to
it's
be able
cool.
to
I'm
afford
not-
him. I'm just, you know.
That's cool. You're out there just observing. So you're taking
Look,
people
there
on
are
the red
whales.
box. Yeah, exactly.
There are whales.
You can always pass on taking a whale.
Nice. All right. Just no one ever does it until now. All right. So everyone, we're done with whaling, so everyone will take their workers back. There you go, Lesley.
Thank you.
Leslie's taking the wheel.
Now we're on to round 6. Lesley has the wheel. Following you.
Going for wood.
All right. I'm going town hall.
Surprise!
I know. And I'm 3 food and 1 brick as opposed to 2. I'm going to build the tavern. Now the tavern is cool because it does affect the water. Remember I was saying that these tiles here will affect when a building comes out. It's this building. So the tavern, more or less, you see a wise old man and with a peg leg, and he's like, I wouldn't fish over in that part. There's nothing there. And so the tavern allows you to, if there's water tiles here at the end of a whaling phase, you can remove them from the game and get money in place for them. So it kind of starts helping remove some water from there because you're getting sage-like advice from an old man who may or may not be named Popeye. Go ahead.
I will general store.
For 7.
No, I think I'm.
Oh, you're not selling all. Okay. So for 5.
5 will get me where I need to be.
Okay.
And I'm going to the inn because that's one of my favorites.
I get $1.
You get $1. Here's your $1 back from
Thank
mine
you.
earlier.
How much money do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Okay. I am going to do the workshop and give Lesley $1.
Thank you for my $1 back.
You're welcome. So take $1, 1 food, 1 wood, and 1 brick.
$1 bill, y'all.
$1 bill, y'all.
I don't know. I don't even.
If you were from where I'm from, then you were now.
It's actually shillings, wouldn't it be? 1850s, these would be shillings still, I believe. No, they wouldn't. Never mind. Ignore I said that. Shillings are 17.
My name is John.
Yeah.
I don't do history that well.
Oh, just then.
I don't history good.
I don't think the dollar wasn't around yet.
I think it was a 1900 thing. I don't know.
I shall take 3 food.
Nat? Anyone? When was the dollar invented?
Nat Levan is in chat right now, so if you have questions, he's answering them. He is Oakleaf Games. This is published by Dice Hate Me Games. It's just kind of his game think tank name that he goes by. And so, yes. And he's probably mumbling him to himself, "Shut up, Darrell, shut up." But, yeah.
Play the game. Yes, we will, Bob Ross. I've completed my turn. It is now shipping. Fishing?
No, Lesley has the inn.
Oh, she's inning.
So she gets to pull back both of her workers and place them again.
So you went to the workshop.
Yes.
And
you can't go to
just
buildings.
as a commentary, $1 bill was not around until 1862.
Uh-huh.
There were dollar coins like we're playing with now.
Excellent. So
I love learning
the lumber
stuff.
mill takes place at the general store.
Yeah, but you can't take the lumber mill. You can only do town center in these 2 actions with the inn.
But I'm just verifying that it takes place at the general store. So when I go
For
to
you.
play it,
Yeah.
okay. Taking 3 wood again.
I mean, you could do both, but if you're selling just wood, the lumber, you would. I would
And then
never.
I'm taking 3 brick.
You mean 2 brick?
2 brick.
2 brick. Brick is hard to come by.
Oh, right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I
If
was
you want
trying
3
to
brick,
cheat.
it's over here, but you can't do that yet.
I wouldn't give you $1 anyway.
Dude, if this is going to become some sort of marital discord moment, I'm leaving.
All right.
Oh, we fought about this game.
I'm taking my
Mainly
wife and
because
walking
Darrell
out of here
loses most of the
to
time.
preserve our marriage, but this doesn't seem to be the type of game that.
So now we
Oh.
bring ships in. John's
Now,
ships now has to return. He's not
I
going to be whaling
can't.
this
Yeah, I
turn.
can't whale this turn, so I have to return,
So
and I need to spend
how much?
16.
How do you got? You got a. All right. So he's got a sperm whale, which is 8, a bowhead, which is 4, and a bowhead, which is 4. So 4, 4, and 8, 16. So he's got to pay $16.
Sperm whale is paid for. Oh. And the other one.
And he had it.
The other 2 are paid for.
So John pays for the lay. He keeps the whales. He just kind of moves them off of his ship. His ship goes back to his player board.
It won't stay there for 2
And now we
months.
draw 2.
And now we're done too. Did you move yours up?
I couldn't reach
I
it.
moved
so
hers up.
Okay.
I'm not
No,
sure.
we're good.
I moved them both up at the same
We have a
time.
water and a water.
No!
Nice.
H2. Oh no!
That
And now
happens.
someone can play the tavern.
And now someone can play the tavern.
And because I'm not Capitan,
So, yep, round marker moves to 7. Everyone pulls their workers back. And correct, because you're not Capitan, I'm going to play the tavern. I'm going to remove 2 empty water tokens from the game. And because there's 2, I get to take 6 instead of 4. So put them over there to move them from the game. And I'll take 6. John, go ahead. While I'm counting out my ducats.
Yes.
Oakleaf Games wanted to clarify something. The lumber mill's benefit can only be gotten from using the lumber mill. So you either have to sell multiples or you sell wood for 2 times.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she was saying replace the general store. I stressed pretty much only for wood.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I have forested for 3 woods.
Lesley.
I am going to take 3 food.
I am going to do the brickyard and take 3 brick. John.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
John's going to dock a ship for 1 wood. My ship is docked.
Okay. And Lesley gets 1 last worker.
I'm going to take $1 and a food and a wood and a brick.
A food, a wood, and a brick.
Food, wood, and a brick. Oh my.
You're dangling bracelets like knocking people
Oh.
in the head. Oh no! It fell from the sky! Okay. So everyone's placed all their workers. Now we come over here to whaling. There's no tiles to return to the bag because I've removed them from the game. So, John, you want to pull?
No, I'm okay with you pulling.
Yeah, I bet. Especially after the last one. So we have... Oh! I made up for it. She's happy. And Leslie's going to take the right whale, which would be the sperm whale.
Not the left whale. She didn't take the left
she moved
whale.
up, sorry.
Yeah, she didn't have to move up. Though.
Okay, so that's the end of the whaling phase. And so this now moves to round 8.
So 2
John
of
gets
the
the wheel.
3 sperm whales have been taken.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Since there's one, it's 1 time for each player.
Correct.
So,
There's 3 sperm whales. There's 3 players, 3 sperm whales.
So they're much more rare.
Yes.
Got it. So I am now the captain. We're all taking our stuff back.
Yep.
My cat is also called Captain.
It's Captain Hook, though.
Yes.
Some of you might be familiar with the cat on Instagram. However, you're much more interested in John's board games than the cat. Or is it vice versa, the cat and the board games?
That depends.
Yes, it depends on the day.
Yeah.
I think the cat's gotten more likes on my board gamings, but you know, he's not famous yet. All right, let's see. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna build a building.
No!
I am gonna build a building. And which one am I gonna build? Let's go ahead and take the dry dock.
Dry dock.
No, it's the lighthouse. that
Lighthouse.
I want at this point.
So it's 2 wood and 2 brick. He gets to pay 1 less resource, which is probably going to be brick.
Yeah, since I only have 1 brick.
So 1 brick and 2 wood. He now has a lighthouse. Lighthouse allows his ship to move out further and kind of stay out a little longer in doing so. So, okay, Lesley. She's docking her ship.
Mm-hmm. My second ship.
So Leslie's docking her second ship. There it is. And it comes to me. I'm going to Town Hall, and I'll pay outright because I'm good for it. So I'm paying 4 wood and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. $10 to get the first dark gray building, which is the mansion, and it just gives me 4 bonus points at the end of the game. So, John.
And the end game is triggered by what?
End game, there's only 12 rounds in the game.
And that's it.
So at the conclusion of the 12th round, it'll be end game. Any ships that are out at the end of the 12th round immediately return. So
I'm
it's not
launching
like
a ship for half.
Launching the ship for half.
So, yeah, 5 is fine.
Yep. There you go. Yeah. Lesley, you're in a pickle.
No, she's in a ship. She's on a boat. On a boat.
Because I docked my ship, I could launch my ship. And that's what I'm trying to decide if I want to do that or if I want to wait around so I can have first pick.
Well, if you get first pick, you won't get it for long.
No. I think I'm actually going to just take 3 more wood.
I'm going to go for the end.
Saw that coming.
Alright, so everyone's placed out, so I'll get my guys back. So I'll place here, get 2 brick, and sort of, not really foils the plans.
Did you forget that I was in the town hall?
Maybe.
The green little guy sitting on the white little thing? Didn't
No, I wanted that, so that's alright, let's get 2 wood.
Just 2. Just take 2.
Just 2. Yep, I wanted the 3. Alright, so now we go back to whaling. The right whale swims back into the sea.
Both ships have been moved forward.
Thank you. And now we'll draw 3. We have a right whale. A right whale. Mr. Right Whale. And a right whale. And that's it.
I was going to say, wait, what, huh? I'll be taking your right whale.
I as well
A
will
lot
be
of right
taking a
whales.
white rail.
He's not the right whale for me, but he's the right whale at this time.
Out of the 3, he was the right one for you.
I got the right whale, baby.
Yes.
Oh, gosh. We're sorry for the viewers at home.
So
I said I did like puns earlier, but I forgot that gives John license to
Yep.
use all of them. And
Alright, so the round marcher moves up. Everyone returns their workers back to their tableaus.
Lesley grabs the wheel. The real wheel.
Real wheel.
Where did it go?
It's next to the bag.
It was hiding behind the Unpub.
I threw it in the water.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know why I had to think on that.
I don't either.
Okay, my first move is I am actually going to play the inn again.
Money from the inn!
Mo money, mo money. No.
No. Alright. My action.
Decisions.
I know. Town hall. And I'm going to do
What are you buying now?
3
Gosh.
bricks, 4 wood to buy the offices. It's right here. It's another dark gray.
Yeah.
You're encroaching on my town. I'd appreciate it if you would stay over
it's
here.
all.
I'm
It's all
building
the
the
same
town.
No,
He's just ownership.
I need you to stay on your half of the town.
I need your land.
Right here. There's a dividing line by the general
So
store.
my offices, I earn 1 bonus point for every 2 buildings that I've owned at the end of the game.
It doesn't
So
really
basically, he bought himself a sperm whale, and then
Yes.
got it.
Yep.
All right. For $2 more, theoretically.
Yeah.
Darrell, I'm gonna, for the first time in my game,
Pay the man.
and I take 3 brick.
You take 3 brick. Yes, you do.
Surprise, surprise. I'm finally going to sell all this wood.
Wow.
So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah. While you're counting that out, I'm going to go ahead and take my turn. And my turn is going to be the forest. Yep, the forest.
I shall take 2 more brick.
Okay, now we get to take them back. I get to take mine back.
Yep, you get to take yours back.
And surprise, surprise, I'm going to go to the dock.
And so you're going to pay 5 to launch all the way to 6.
Mhm.
So she pays 1 less, so she'll only pay 5 food. Launches her out to the 6th spot.
Sorry. And I'm going to take food.
Nice. Okay, so John will move the ships up. Right whale goes back to the bag.
Get to pull 4 this time.
Yes, I do. It's a big pool. Go ahead. Right.
2 waters.
Right.
And water.
Water.
I'll be taking the bowhead, and I put it down here where my black ship is because
Yes.
that is the ship that is taking it right now.
Yep.
I will take the right whale.
And then I will take the other right whale.
For those that can't see, so we're saying which ship. So notice Lesley has a black mark and a white and no mark. So, this would be her black ship here. So any boats, any whales that she gets, say if this was a whale, would go in this area. So she knows when this ship comes in, this is the stack of whales she has to pay for, and then the same for the top ones.
So we all collect your people back?
Yep.
Darrell gets the wheel.
All right. And let's see, is there any buildings I want?
You want to take the one that gives you $1 for each whale on your ship.
I do, don't I? I totally want that one. That's a crazy good one.
The one that gives you food?
The one that gives me food, yeah. Yeah. I'm actually going to surprise everyone and go to the dockyard.
What, Mister? I'm not launching any ships this game?
Shh. He didn't.
How rare is that? Come on, I normally do just the straight up town building route. That's the other great thing about New Bedford is there's multiple paths to victory. You don't have to whale to win.
I am going to move my ship back 2 spaces.
That messes me up.
Well, you don't have to launch this.
Where was your ship?
It was at 4.
It only gets to move back 1 space, sir.
If it is closer
than the 3 space.
So it's closer than the 3 space.
3 space.
Oh, okay.
You bump it back
me
to there.
There you go.
All right.
So
now you got first pick again. Okay. Surprise, surprise! I'm going to the inn again. I should have bought it.
You should have.
There you go.
I'm liking the money though. Thank you.
I'm gonna walk over there and read some buildings.
Read some buildings. I'm going to use John's wharf. Launch a ship paying half. So there's a buck for you, sir. So 3 wood launches my ship all the way out to the 6th spot. So this turn I docked and launched a ship. And I'm on the shipping board. And John's looking at buildings right now.
Sorry.
No, you're all good.
No! One place I didn't want you to go.
Well, you didn't tell me.
That's okay.
Nice.
That's what I got.
Okay. Less.
All right, I am going to take
Money
my
bags. Look at this.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about that. I have not seen that much
the
money.
name are stacks.
2. I did not
Could
cheat.
be really wrong.
Uncle Scrooge.
Yeah. All right, so
Is it Scrooge McDuck?
unless you get your workers back.
DuckTales. Ooh.
Whale of a tale, I'll tell you.
I don't think those were the actual words, but I get what you were going for.
Yeah.
Didn't we pick a wonderful song to start the show off?
Yep.
You'll hear it again at the end if you want.
And it's special thanks to John for choosing it, and then Catherine, who's running the chat and the tech, for choosing that version of it, which the male chorus was far, far cooler. So, good choice there.
Kirk Douglas, come on.
Nothing wrong with Kirk Douglas, but an all-male a cappella group singing that, it sounded pretty boss.
All right, I'm buying the schoolhouse, so I get to take 2 foot. 2 foot, yeah.
2 foot?
2 foot. I always invert.
Your
Dyslexic of the mouth. Dyslexic of the mouth. So I'm paying 1 less wood, and
So
I can
she's
pay
paying 1
everything
wood,
else.
2 food and 1 brick. And when she places here, or anyone, they get 2 food and 2 wood.
Mm-hmm. And then I am going to take...
No.
2 brick.
Okay.
So we're running low on brick.
Yep.
So if somebody were to take one of those that takes several brick, do they only get the 1 brick?
No, it's infinite. You'll just mark something.
Okay.
I have extra.
I just wanted to check on that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And it's kind of because this is all the brick I had that I could
Gotcha.
find.
So we put 5 whales out this time, right?
Yes, we pull. Well, the water goes back to the bag.
Can I pull the
water goes back in the
this
ocean.
time?
Pull away, Merrill.
1, 2.
Yes.
Darn it. 3, 4, 5.
Yoink! I'm the furthest out, so I get first pick. So of course I'm taking the sperm whale.
John's
Throw that on
second
my
pick.
vessel.
Yeah.
I'm third pick.
I think the wind
And
just
on
went out of my
fourth pick.
sail.
My ship is feeling pretty good right now. I think I'm done whaling.
You're not gonna, All right, cool.
All right, so everyone gets their workers back. And the round marker progresses, and John gets the wheel. John's at the helm.
Is Lesley going to take her workers back?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking.
She's planning her next turn.
I was. So I'm going to build a building for one less, and I'm going to take the Tri-Works, or is that the one that I'm not supposed to take?
That's the one you're not supposed to.
That's because it's a very old version.
It is old. It is
the
old
Tri-Works have
version.
been updated in the game, and unfortunately, I didn't get the updated file prior to the live play. Because email is just so reliable. So yeah, no, go ahead. It's the old version, but it's okay.
Okay, so because I'm.
For a teacher, she pays attention also.
I know. I just was excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because these are right wheels, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
She's got enough money to buy them. I mean, what's the heck?
No, I know. It's okay. It's fine. It is what it is. Okay, that's cool. I'm going to do this in one. No, I'm not. What am I doing? I'm going to go to the bank. Take $5. Go, John.
I'm actually going to go to the town hall, and I'm going to buy the Bethel.
Chapel, the church.
The
Thank
church.
you. I got confused. Obviously.
I'm sorry. I was trying to use the real
Siemens
words.
Bethel is kind of a cooler name than just church.
Oh, absolutely. But I'd forgotten that quickly.
So John bought the gray building, which just gives him 5 bonus points at the end of the game. That's it.
Okay. And then
Not
I'm
that's it, isn't that sucks. That's it, isn't, hey, that's better than the sperm whale.
taking
so.
2 foot. I did it again. 2 foot and.
I would.
Oh, but they would.
I would.
It's a baby, hey baby.
I'm going to take the end this time.
Okay.
That was a Ghostbusters 2 reference for those of you not hip to B Square.
Yes. All right, so I'll get my workers back because I was last to go. And sorry, I'm trying to figure this out. I'm going to. What do I need? Take 2 brick. And then I'm going to come here and 1 brick, 1 wood, and 1 food to buy the market. That's straight up cost for the market. So the market, it's like a beefed up general store. So I can sell goods here, but you take double the price for the first good of each type sold. So it's excellent if you sell 1 of each, because then it's double. So it's 2, 2, 4.
All right.
All right. So now we go whaling.
Oh.
She returns.
Yep, Lesley, you have to pay your lay.
Here we go.
So you want to break it out and let us know what you got?
18.
Yes, but what do you got? What are you paying for?
3 whales, 1 bowhead, and a sperm.
I'm paying for all of them.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I being dense?
All right. How much? What do you have on the boat that you're paying? That you're bringing back? You have a bowhead, so that's $4.
Oh, right. A bowhead's $4. I have a sperm, which is 8. So that's 12. And then I have 3 rights, which is 6 total.
Right. So 18.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm like, what do you mean? Why do I have to explain
Stack
myself?
it right there.
Yeah,
Stacks.
it's a live play. That's why I'm not on camera normally.
There you go.
I get confused looks on my face. What? I'm
Well,
sorry,
the
what?
cameras, I couldn't get the cameras to cover the player board, so that's why
Oh, okay.
I announced what you have on there when you're
So
paying.
now that they're back, I just take them off
You just put them off to the side.
and set them aside.
Yeah, you're good.
And now we draw 4.
The new boards will actually have a place where paid for whales will go into, and it actually has a nice little layout for the stuff. All right, ship goes back to you.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to take the bowhead.
I will take a bowhead.
So I currently have 1 sperm and 1 bowhead.
And I'm going to go ahead and take the right.
Okay,
Last round, people.
last round. So this moves to 12. marker passes, we collect our workers. And Lesley gets first play.
I am building the factory because I will get 1 bonus point for every 2 right whales. So
that.
my 2 wood and my 2. There we go.
There we go.
Yes, this is how it is all the time.
All the time. I'm going to go to the market. So I'll sell. Do I want the market? No, I want the farm.
Now, do we have to be on these pieces to earn these points?
No.
Right.
You just have them. You can't place workers on the gray buildings.
Okay.
So John's going to the general store.
I'll ram you.
Selling 1 wood for 2.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the store as well. So I'm going to go ahead and 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm offloading everything. Because you don't get points for resources in the end, correct?
No resources are not points. I'm going to go to the market now. So that's 2, 4, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. It's 17. And the reason for that is selling 1 of each types is double. So as opposed to 2, that's 4, that's now 2, that's now 2. Then everything else breaks down to 1 point and 2 points is normal.
2 points is normal, yeah.
Yep. So 17. John.
Here, John.
Oh, yeah. Just 5.
16. I need 1 more. Thank you. 17. All right. Everyone placed out. No one's at the end. So, last whaling turn.
John, would you like to pull? Because you haven't pulled this game.
No, that's fine.
So water goes back in. Bought
Sure,
that
John?
tavern. You didn't really use it, did you?
Good.
It's fine.
I'm
I
good.
used the tavern. I
Once.
used it twice.
Oh, you used it
once.
twice?
No,
No, he only
once.
used it once.
But it was the best turn to do it because there's 2 water. And maybe I bought it to get you guys to like, come on, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to buy the bowhead. Or I'm going to fish the bowhead. John?
I see. That would have been. I forget about the buildings. That would have been a better choice for me instead of the general store. If I had taken that 1 water and put it back, that would have given me $4. And I actually would have been able to achieve what I wanted to at that point. But
Gotcha.
Hey, you've done pretty well if it's been a year.
not from where I'm sitting.
We'll see. Okay, so that's the end of the round. So starting with John, you'll return. This is the end game now. So being it's the end of the 12th round, all the ships will return. So
Sadly, I can only pay for 3 of the whales, so I'm paying for 2 of the right whales and 1 bowhead, which puts 2 right whales
on the auction block. So
onto
you get $2.
Hang on 1 second.
Sorry. Well,
No, I'm going to do this, and I'll tell you why I did that. Because I don't want to put 2 right whales out there and give Lesley a chance to get them, because they'll end up
Then
being
I'd get a
3
point.
points. 3 points for her, whereas he'll still only be 2 points no matter who ends up buying him.
Yep.
So
there's 1, and you get 1 more because you get half of what it's worth
okay.
back. So you get $1.
Oh, I get 2.
So you have $2. Yeah. Yep. So we have a bowhead up. Coming to you. Do you want to buy it for 4?
I do.
Okay.
And then I still have to pay for it
Yes. Oh yeah.
when I bring it in.
No, I believe it's paid for already. That's it. You bought it at the dock.
Okay.
So Lesley's now coming in.
So I have 1 bowhead, which is 4, and then I have 3 rights, which is 6, so that's 10. 1, 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Yeah, the reason why it's processed already is like if I stuck to the town building route and you couldn't pay for a whale, that's a way I could get a whale.
Mm-hmm.
I could just pick it up. All right, and then I come in and I got a sperm at 8 and 2 bowheads at 4 apiece, so that's 16. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for the sperm. 4 for one right whale, and 4 for the other white whale. So all my whales have been paid for. All right. So there's that. So now we go around and we'll divvy up points here. So we will start with, let's print out the little score pad now. I forgot. Okay. So we'll start with whales. John, how many whales do you have?
I have a total of 7 whales, and
well, points on the whales. Yeah.
Points on the whales is 12.
So, all right, 12. Lesley?
15.
15, and I have 8. Okay, and then we go to the buildings. So
16, I'm sorry.
What is it?
3 bowheads, 1 sperm. Sorry, it's 16. I have 16 points.
Okay. All right, so then we take whales and we add up our buildings. 1 point for each building. So don't count the bonus points yet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 points in buildings.
I have 3.
3. Melissa has 5.
21, so I'm at 21 now. 5.
Okay, so yeah, 5, 16, 21. What did I say I had? 7. 7 plus 8, I'm at 15.
I'm at a total of 15 right now.
You're at 15. All right, and now we'll go into bonus points. So I have, let me remove these just for everyone can see a little bit. So I get 4 bonus points, which puts me at 19, and then 1 for each 2 buildings owned. So 20, 21, 22 total. Is that really it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay, so I have 22 points.
I have 5 points here, so which brings me up to 20.
And then I get 1 bonus point for every 2 right whales, so it's 21, 22, 23, 24.
And that's it.
That's it?
Well, money.
Oh, and then
25, because I have 6 coins. So 25.
I'm at 21. I don't think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 23. 1, 2, 3. Well, 4. Yeah. All right. So that's the end of the game, and Lesley wins with 25 points. I come in second with 23, and John comes in with
20.
20.
Yeah.
And
Well, 21, right? Because you had
21.
No, I didn't have any money.
Oh, I thought there was
Okay.
No, that was money. That was money I spent. I was lazy. I didn't reach all the way over.
Well, it is Sunday. Lazy Sunday. Wake up in the So that's New Bedford. The scores are usually always in the 20s and usually really tight, such as that.
Mm-hmm.
The 2-player game, it'll score a little bit higher, but it's still usually within 2 to 3 points every single game.
You still lose.
1. All right. I'm kind of regretting whaling because I feel like I would have done a little better sticking to that, but
no, the whaling got you 12 points. So you take that 12 points.
no, I got 8 from whaling.
8 points. You take that 8 points out of your mix. What, you would have bought 2 maybe?
2 more buildings.
You wouldn't have got as much money for your
been like
resources because you would have
1, 2,
spent
3,
your money on your...
Yeah.
I wouldn't have had the extra money.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. All right.
So the whaling, the whaling helped you.
Whaling helped. So that's anything.
I didn't get into the buildings as much as I should have, and I didn't use a lot of the complicated buildings because I do have a mental block towards paying other people, but thinking about that, I should have done that more. I was nickel and diming for the money I needed. Hitting the sperm whale early was great, but also it hurt because I had a gap to get up, and I couldn't buy a lot of buildings at first because I needed to make the money.
Yeah.
And I just denied myself certain actions because unfamiliarity.
Yes.
We
haven't played it in over a year, like you said. So.
Almost a year, and it's there's a lot, and I couldn't read them from over there, so maybe it wasn't the most ideal situation.
So what John's saying is, due to not playing it in a year and sitting over there.
No.
Just joking. I know.
I made bad game choices. That's not in denial here. I'm not blaming anything. I'm just saying that there's a lot of different factors for me that, as I thought I was doing better.
Rematch soon. Not tonight.
Yeah, not tonight.
Yeah, we all have to work tomorrow.
Bit
I'd rather stay and have a rematch tonight.
Yeah.
I don't have to work.
It's already out.
I know, right? Let's leave it set up. Come on over later.
But yeah, Lesley, your thoughts?
I mean, it's one of my favorite games. It has been since you brought it home when we played the prototype years ago. It's great 2-player. We have a 2-player rule in our house where Darrell can't bring games home unless it's at least 2-player.
Or unless it's really good.
Right.
So, which
Darrell says it's really good.
I exercised that. Would you agreed with the games I brought back?
Yes,
from
he did.
PPG?
He did.
Anyway, that's aside.
But it was really fun 3 players. I really like the kind of pull, and I think I played it one more time 3 players with you and Chris Kirkman. I'm pretty sure.
We played it 2, 3, and 4 players. So.
I agree. I've played it with several different player counts, 2, 3, and 4, and I've liked it each time. It offers something a little different, because certain strategies are open to you or not open to you, and or you're fighting through things a little harder, like the whaling ship over here.
Yeah.
So that works for me as a player. I like the speed with which it plays. It's not. As much as me over here complaining that, it was complicated with all the, whatever. No, it plays quick enough. I mean, with all the explaining and stuff we're doing, the game still took us about an hour, And
it still was. It's been several months since I've played, and it was easy to just kind of play again. It came and fall back into it.
Yeah. So
there
that's.
you go. Now John's on camera.
Yeah, don't be on camera now.
Facial hair.
Now
hide the anteater chin.
Yeah. No, it's it's still one I've really liked since the first time I played it. I mean, Darrell can tell you when I first experienced the game at the Congress of Gamers. I mean, I walked over and immediately when it was over, I said, "You have to play this." And he was hesitant at first, but afterwards, no. So I think
because it's easy. I mean, you walk up and
you see,
you think of whaling and you see the layout that it was, and it looks dry. And I can understand that initial knee-jerk reaction, but as soon as your first turn comes around, you realize it's everything but. It's very interactive.
I know there's controversy about the theme, and I'm not going to dispel there. You may believe what you want to believe. I think whaling was a very interesting choice for this because it's not one you see that often. I'm tired of seeing medieval farming games or, conquest, medieval, fighting fantasy games and stuff like that. I think this is a really unique theme. It's not something you see, and of course that's because a lot of people are going to want to avoid that. But it makes sense. It's a very fluid. It's a very fluid application of the theme into the mechanic of the game. And I think it really works for me. I mean, that sold it to me immediately. It's like, this is cool because I'm doing something different. It's not something I'm going to go out and do, Good Lord, no. But in a game, sure, I can do this. I can be okay with this. No whales were harmed.
Do you get the urge to jump in a ship with a harpoon? Okay.
No.
I didn't realize that you were replacing it with the names of the actual, and that was going to replace it. And that I'm a huge history fan, and especially American history. So that makes me really excited to see, some depictions of the buildings on the tiles and the actual historically correct names for the buildings. So I'm excited to see the final artwork and things. I was excited by the board that was posted on the Kickstarter campaign this morning.
Yep.
So make sure you check that out.
I know the Church of Siemens Bethel. Some of them I don't know the names. I think the schoolhouse is going to be the Old Stone Schoolhouse, but I think that may have been on the other side of the river from New Bedford. I don't know. I know that around that area, the Old Stone Schoolhouse is like the historic one. It's like a single room schoolhouse, so it's still standing.
I like the direction the art is taking. I've never had a problem with this art. I know it's prototype, but it worked for me. It was very, very serviceable along the way, and I have no problem if this. But that's me.
Would you play again?
Oh, heck yeah!
Would you play again?
Of course I would.
All right,
let's set it up.
Thanks for playing with us.
Yeah. So thanks everyone for tuning in on the Unpub live play of New Bedford. I hope you had as much fun watching us and listening to our antics as we had playing the game. And back New Bedford now on Kickstarter. It's there until the, I believe,
14th.
The 14th of December. Thank you very much. And until then, thanks and keep making games.
Archie blows.
Thanks for playing.
And when I spent my last red cent, she tossed me overboard.